Mortal Kombat 1's fourth season, the season of the Huntress, has just been released. But
Are you sure that's what released?
is that what it's called?
That's what it's called, apparently.
Okay.
in some places.
What is it then?
Well, we'll get into exactly that as we continue. Please continue with your intro.
So the new season has just been released, as seems to be the regular with Mortal Kombat 1. There is always more controversy among fans. The story revolves around an onslaught of Ultra Malinas wreaking havoc across the timeline, with clone 141819, who has the grace of Katana and the ferocity of a Tarkatan, and Shang Tsung's intelligence as the final boss. However, amidst the excitement of this new season, doubts emerge regarding whether Season of the Huntress was the original plan, or if fans are being misled, or something else. Welcome to another bite-sized episode of the Realm Cast. I am your host, the Mortal Kombat Phantom.
And I'm Yanni. Central to the Season of the Huntress are the infamous flesh pits, the clandestine laboratories of Shang Tsung, where grotesque experiments have historically taken place. Traditionally depicted as dank dungeons exuding green hues, these macabre chambers have birthed abominations such as Meat, or as we like to think is his other name, Kotal, and the Tarkatan-mouthed hybrid, Mileena, of course. While the origin of Mileena in the current timeline differs somewhat, the ambience of the flesh pits in her creation remains consistent with their ominous tone. But the Season of the Huntress does not seem to carry those same tones, and there seems to be a reason for this.
But before we continue, GFuel, we still have some. I still got a box set.
I feel like you have an entire storeroom just of GFuel at this point.
I got so much GFuel. I want to give it to you guys, but you guys stick around to the end of the credits to learn how we're giving it to you, as well as this Dancing Dragon box set with a cool Liu Kang shaker cup, which is really, really cool.
So if you're shaking it and it's Liu Kang, is it technically like he's dancing?
Yeah, he's a dancing dragon with his dragons. Anyways, stick around to the end of the credits and we'll tell you exactly how you can win some GFuel. It's pretty simple, and we're going to be giving it a lot of it away, so stick around.
Fans have been quick to point out that the Ultra Malinas invading during the Season of the Huntress don't seem to resemble anything similar to something of the Flesh Pits, nor Mileena herself. During a recent Kombat cast, developers attempted to rationalize the aesthetic choices, likening the invading characters to flesh pit hybrid versions, with eccentric adornments like mohawks, body scars, and vibrant makeup.
It's almost kind of like the invading a character's opponents are almost like flesh pit hybrid versions of them. They've got cool mohawks, body scarring, all sorts of just different things than you would see before. Some have really cool face makeup.
Such descriptions were stated on the Kombat cast to evoke a fusion of punk rock and flesh pit motifs.
And they're more of a flesh pit hybrid of these characters.
Punk rocky almost.
Almost,
A little bit, yeah.
yes. It's very, very
weird
cool.
Punk rock meets flesh pits.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah.
Which left many viewers scratching their heads. The problem with this is that punk rock, known for its rebellious spirit and gritty aesthetic, has absolutely no correlation with the macabre atmosphere of the flesh pits. Instead of acknowledging this, the Kombat cast seemingly plucked buzzwords out of thin air, possibly hoping to distract fans from the jarring discontinuity between story and design. Furthermore, the assertion that these characters embody elements of the flesh pits is honestly nothing short of laughable. Instead of the dank, foreboding atmosphere one would expect from a facility dedicated to grotesque experimentation, we are instead presented with characters adorned in vibrant colors, tattoos, and mohawks. Such superficial additions really do not represent the horror and despair that one would associate with flesh pits. However, the most ridiculous claim is, the
art team really nailed this season.
That the art team nailed this season. Although some of the palettes can look nice on specific characters, they seem to generally be a mishmash of contradictory elements when compared to the season's main antagonist, Mileena. The colors can mesh well on certain characters, but generally do not seem to fit so well together. The fact that they tried to claim these designs are an amalgamation of punk rock and flesh pit imagery genuinely feels like a bit of an insult to the intelligence of Mortal Kombat fans, as they seem to hide other real reasons for this contrast between the skins and the seasonal theme. However, fans were of course very quick to point out these inconsistencies. Bright colors, tattoos, and mohawks hardly evoke the grim atmosphere associated with the flesh pits, or the iconic character Melina. Instead, they seem more reminiscent of another character and his redesign in Mortal Kombat 1 altogether. Notably absent from this season's skins are the signature Tarkatan mouths, or even the blades.
Like, people were thinking, are they all going to have Tarkatan mouths?
Right.
No, they're not. And they're more of a flesh pit hybrid of these characters.
Punk rocky almost.
Almost.
A little bit.
Yes, it's very, very
weird.
cool.
Observant fans noted that the vibrant green hues and chaotic designs actually bear a striking resemblance to Titan Havoc from Mortal Kombat 1's story mode. This association led many to speculate that perhaps Season 4 was originally intended to be the Season of Chaos, featuring Havoc as a central theme. Further fueling this theory were findings by data miners, who uncovered file names referencing a Chaos Season, which are found alongside other files labeled Huntress Season. Additionally intensifying the speculation is the absence of a clear title for the PC version of the season, which simply reads as the Season of, without specifying a theme. This ambiguity only serves to deepen the mystery surrounding the true intentions behind the season's design choices. However, perhaps the most convincing evidence comes from an eagle-eyed fan who stumbled upon a brief glimpse of Season of Chaos displayed on screen shortly before the servers went down for maintenance. This capture, though fleeting, has fueled fervent discussion within the Mortal Kombat community, prompting questions about the developer's intentions and the narrative direction of the game. This is also furthered by the final Combat League tier skin reward at Elder God for this season, which is, of course, Titan Havoc.
Okay, so, Yanni, with all that being said, everything we've just gone through, what do you think about the Season of the Huntress? Because you've been playing this. I haven't at all.
You know, I said on the last season, the last time we spoke about the previous season, which had Elder God reward for Rain, that I was going to go for Rain because, you know, my favorite character. I did not even bother. Genuinely, that's how much Combat League has put me off. I have not bothered to go for the best skin for Rain in the game, in my opinion, with the white hair and everything.
You didn't get your Rain skin?
I didn't even bother. I did one fight in Combat League and I was like, nah, this is way too toxic. I'm not bothering. So I've been keeping up to date with the game, but to be honest, there's not much for a single player to do, and I don't like Combat League. I don't like it at all, and I have made that expressly clear so many times since MK11. But yeah, with everything that we've discussed, it looks like we're not in a good place again, and it's a shame.
What are you playing Invasions though? You're doing that at least.
I'll do the Invasion season. I mean, there's definitely some improvements there, and I will give that to the team. They have definitely listened to some things. They've fixed up the XP grind, apparently, based on what I've done so far, which is just a few fights. It does seem to be leveling quite quickly, which is good. It's good to know that, you know, they're not just trying to get you to stick in front of the PlayStation or whatever the entire time. But, I mean, aside from the improvements they've made and the story, which I think is fun, I do think it's fun. You know, we're joking around about all these different Melinas and stuff. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool to use Invasions to sort of set this up. I like the focus on the story this time. And I also love the fact that the Flesh Pits bandages Melina is totally in that intro, and we need that skin. We need that. We need it.
No, those days are gone. You know, I think the Invasion story modes are cool. I like the little cinematics and everything, but you know, I'll watch it on YouTube. I hate grinding through the board game thing. Like I've said before in our past episodes, every fight in Invasions feels the same. Like, you know, you get ambushed, it's the same kind of fight as if you didn't get ambushed. It just takes way more time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm not playing Invasions, but you know what really kind of ticks me off about this is the combat casts kind of messing with us and, like, you know, almost gaslighting us, like, oh yeah. You thought you'd get a Tarkatan mouth. No, we're going punk rock flesh pit.
Just getting that slap across the face.
Like,
it's like it's so obvious. Flesh pit, it totally works with punk rock skins. What?
I know we're being treated like we're idiots on this one. I mean, just come out and say, it's the season of Melina, but we're giving you chaos skins. Like, okay,
Instead,
that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like
you would probably still get a bit of pushback from people, including us, probably saying, like, why are you doing a different skin to this? But you could make it work.
Yeah.
In this case, instead of just admitting it, you're trying to cover. You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
Twindale.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. But why? Why does it remind you of that?
Because I love how you're like, yeah, why? No, it's just sort of like, obviously that we had to make Sindel look more good. The whited out eyes and stuff made her look evil, and she's a good character now. It's like,
well, the reason it reminds me of it is because it's kind of insinuating that the fans are wrong because they know that there's going to be pushback, and so they're going ahead and telling you that you're wrong because you expected Tarkatan mouths, you bunch of idiots. Why would you do that when you can have punk rock flesh pit? Like, no, it should be Tarkatan characters. Like, it's a clone, it's a bunch of Melina clones that you're fighting against, and so they should have some kind of Melina aesthetic to them. They don't have to have blades and stuff, but there should be something that screams this is a Melina clone in some way, and it's not green outfits and mohawks,
green hair. I mean, with when you're just hanging out at the flesh pits, it obviously makes sense that you're gonna get piercings and dye your hair green, right? And not all of it, just parts of it.
I saw somebody said that some kind of like love child of the Joker and Havoc. Like, that's how they described it. I'm like, okay, yeah, which neither of these are flesh pits,
You see, though, like, even the shade of green that's been used in some of the skins, I mentioned throughout the video that it works for some skins and it doesn't for others, and some of those characters with the shades of green that have been chosen, it just does not work. It's like somebody puked and just put the colors together. For some skins, some look really cool. I will give them that.
And I do want to say that, like, the skins, I don't hate the skins. Like, that's not at all what the issue is.
We should stop calling them skins, by the way. Sorry. The palettes. I don't want to get to... I need to reinforce this point, because they are not skins, they are palettes, and that's exactly how they've labeled them. So to say anything otherwise is unfair to the fan base as well. But yeah, sorry, you were saying palettes.
But yeah, the palettes, I don't hate them. And the skins that the palettes are going on, I don't dislike these. I think these are some cool looks, and these are some of the more creative design changes that they've had in Mortal Kombat 1. But just that the whole this is Melina's stuff, and you just got to accept it, and we're just gonna act like it's not Chaos Realm stuff. So my big question is, what do you think happened to the season of Chaos?
I mean, we did touch on the fact that the file names, one's called Chaos Season, one's called Huntress Season.
Right.
One of our friends in a group chat we're in straight up said, "What if they accidentally deleted them and they just had to roll with this?"
I think that might be the case. Because, maybe they just erased a big chunk of stuff and was like, "Oh, well, we've been saving." Mortal Kombat 1 ends with Havoc. So what if they were saving this for the end of their invasion stuff before they go into their story expansion? And they were like, well, we got these. Or we release
Why don't we just use them? or the other skins just weren't ready. And I mean, one thing I do also want to say is another one of my friends was talking to me about the skins in this season. And he said, while some of them are nice, generally, I'm very disappointed in them. And on top of that, this is the whole Tekken MK debate again, of course, but on top of that, Tekken literally just gives you a bunch of different skins for the characters and lets you play with them, and is completely outdoing MK's customization just by allowing players to do that from the get-go, rather than us having to wait each season for more palettes, And MK11, as much as I did not like that game, actually did customization somewhat well, or at least better than MK1, and I expected us to move forward, not backwards, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm super curious when we finally do get Havoc season if everybody's gonna show up wearing purple outfits with face expanding mouth.
Well, that would be chaotic, wouldn't it? You know, the Chaos Realm is so chaotic that their mouths just don't move. This is what I can hear in the combat cast coming already. You know, and it's funny that you say when Havoc's season comes up, because that's what I wanted to say to you. This is technically also Havoc's season, because Kombat League's final reward is Titan Havoc.
Yeah, well, I think we can presume why that's the case, though. And it's not because it has anything to do with the season of the Huntress.
Not at all. The season of chaos, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't make sense. And I would genuinely appreciate if NRS just said, hey, we hit some snags. This was supposed to be the case, but we've decided to merge these two seasons together. We'll get these skins out to you later in a separate season. And that's totally fair. That's the communication that we'd appreciate.
Even tweak the story a little bit. You know, clone 154902110, whatever her name is, like teams up with Havoc, and that's, you know, you can slightly tweak your story to make it work if you wanted to do that.
I feel like the story's already been written ahead of time, and they're sort of rolling with that, which is totally fair. I don't see the need to change the invasion story, but at least just communicate. That's the main thing. And also, as you said, the gaslighting. I mean, you're essentially being made to feel like an idiot when you're watching the combat cast, because they're telling you, yeah, this is obvious. You couldn't tell, you know, that they nailed the artistic direction of this season. No, they might have nailed some designs, yes, for sure, but that they did not nail the seasonal theme. I mean, I think I've sent you over a few images if you want to throw them up as I'm saying this, but it's just they are so inconsistent, and they're literally like, okay, they're saying they evoke a fusion of punk rock and flesh pit motifs. And then they also mention, I think it was Derek who said on the Combat Cast, it's almost like a Bowie season.
It's almost like a Bowie season.
Okay.
It's really cool, bright, vibrant colors. Not necessarily like people were thinking, are they all going to have Tarkatan mouths?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Now, the ironic part behind that is the whole controversy of David Bowie. Is he punk? Is he not? Like, technically it was glam rock.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. He did technically inspire a lot of punk for sure, but at the same time, it's like the whole controversy behind it. You know, I'd say that the combat cast would argue this point as chaotic, but I don't know. it just felt like a really sort of out of touch statement to make, and this is not how to go about mistakes being made by the studio. Sorry, and that's happening too often. Why is the communication the hardest part for Mortal Kombat? I do not understand. This season could have been so much cooler, and instead you've got more controversy. I don't think we've had a single season without controversy.
No, I don't think this game's released without controversy. So we are actually super curious on what you guys think. Do you think David Bowie is glam rock, or do you think David Bowie is punk? Let us know in the comments. We need to know. No, actually, like, what do you think happened to the Season of Chaos? Do you think this is the original intent? I mean, tell us all your theories on this, because I'm just blown away by this combat cast and the fact that I feel bad after watching the combat cast because it doesn't make sense to me. Am I the only one? Well, what is wrong with me? Am I not a Mortal Kombat fan?
The combat cast has thrown us into chaos. That's clearly the theme they were going for here. It's obviously Melina and the rest of her clones causing chaos.
Obviously.
As Phantom said, you know, leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on what's going on. What's your take on the drama here? Do you think it was supposed to be a Season of Chaos? Do you think it was supposed to be a Season of the Huntress? Do you think NRS know which season it was meant to be? Let us know. In the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, every warrior has a story and every saga a lesson. Thank you.
Thanks for sticking around. As I mentioned, we have a lot of GFuel. We want to give this to you guys. This is just to show our appreciation to all of our fans for subscribing to the Realmcast. So if you're interested in winning any GFuel between now and our next Soul stream, leave a comment in any of our videos and we'll take all of the comments, anybody who entered the giveaway, and we will be doing a drawing. You don't have to say, I want GFuel or anything like that. All you got to do is leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the episode. It's that simple. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we do have this collector's edition Dancing Dragon pack from GFuel. I'm going to open it up just so you guys can see. It comes with this Mortal Kombat 1 Liu Kang shaker bottle, which is actually made out of aluminum. It keeps your drink cold. You can take this to the gym, has a built-in little shaker thing, so it'll shake your powders together. You can even like sit at your desk like I do, mix up your drink and sip on it while you're watching the show. And it also comes with the Dancing Dragon Liu Kang GFuel. This particular flavor is dragon fruit mango. Really good, especially if you like more of the fruity GFuel flavors. So we have that in the collector's box. All you got to do to enter to win this is be a subscriber. Just subscribe to the Realmcast. We're going to be going through our subscribers and giving away this GFuel during our Soul Stream, which if you're not familiar with that, that is our live show where we go through with our guests and interact with you guys. So just subscribe and we will announce the winner. And then just reach out to us after you've won and we'll give it to you. If you have won any of our giveaways in the past, please do reach out to us because we're just going to keep giving this up away until it's gone. And if you don't claim it, we'll probably just pass it on to the next person. So if you want some GFuel, you want some Dancing Dragon collector's box set, let us know because we want to give this to you guys. We appreciate every single one of our fans for subscribing, for interacting with us. We like to hear what you guys think. So leave a comment on the video itself. Tell us what you think about it. And win some GFuel. I mentioned it before, we got 4 different flavors that we're going to be giving away. We have the Dancing Dragon, we have the Sub-Zero Ice Shatter, we got the Scorpion Sting Spicy Mango, and we got the Radiant Electric Stripe. These are all the Mortal Kombat Classic 30 edition canisters, except the Liu Kang, which is the Mortal Kombat 1 brand new flavor, Dancing Dragon. If you guys haven't tried GFuel, this is a great opportunity to do it. It's all sugar-free, and it's been known to give gamers a little bit of an edge with increased energy, focus, endurance, and reaction speed. So it's yours. All you got to do is leave a comment and claim it. For every comment received on our YouTube channel and for every subscriber that we have, we're going to be going through and giving you a chance to win. We'll announce all the winners on our next Soul Stream. And like I've said, we want to give this to you guys because we want to say thank you for tuning into everything that we do here with Mortal Kombat Online. So leave a comment and subscribe and you get a chance to win some of this cool stuff that we have. So come get some GFuel. We'll send it your way. And again, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the Realmcast. We do the show for you because we love Mortal Kombat and we want to share that with all of you.